Welcome, sports bettors from around the world.
Welcome back to Sports Gambling Daily. My name's Jared, and I'm here with my friend Philly from Philadelphia. You guessed it. Hey, what's going on, man?
Good morning to you. Happy Monday, sir. How's it going with you, November the 4th, huh?
Oh man, it's been pretty good. Yeah, November 4th, Monday. I don't know, this time change. Usually, man, I'm just getting old, man. My whole body hurts when I wake up in the morning, and I feel like I get an extra hour to sleep. Now my body just hurts even more. But
Yeah.
I
We're
don't
getting
know.
into the holiday season, too.
I know, man. I went to Macy's. They got Christmas everywhere, and
Mhm.
man, how am I going to afford that?
Yeah, right. That's right. Halloween just ends. We haven't even had Thanksgiving, and there's Christmas stuff
I
up
know.
already.
I'm
Amazing.
looking forward to Thanksgiving, man. Turkey, fried turkey. That's where it's at.
Yeah, that sounds good, actually.
All right, so let's see here. Over the weekend, or actually just yesterday, we had three plays on our premiums on the premium side. We had let's see here, the Eagles -4. We had the Colts, and then we also had the Mavericks. So we went 2-1 on the premium side. The Colts was a disappointing loss. Old man Vinatieri, but it just wasn't Vinatieri. But he should have made that kick.
Yeah, well, that's why it's funny because, they have a 1 point spread in this game.
Hmm.
Um, and it comes that he misses an extra point and they lose by two when were kicking a field goal to win the game. So, like, in theory, I mean, they could have pushed if he makes the extra point. I don't know. It's just amazing when you think about how these
Right.
spreads go and how the games end. But yeah, it's time for him to retire. I don't see how the Colts can move forward with him. He's literally killing them.
Right. Well, and then also you had Brissett getting injured in that game,
Getting
and then
hurt.
you
Yeah,
also had Hoyer throw a 96-yard pick six.
it's true.
So I mean, it is what it is. But a lot of crazy stuff had to happen for the Steelers to win that game. So
Yep,
we moving on. So
that's true.
yeah,
Move
but,
on.
but the good thing is the Eagles and the Mavericks, they were both 3-unit selections. So we had a pretty good day on Sunday. So we can see if we can build off that and see what we can do on Monday here. We got 6 games on the NBA slate. We're gonna jump right into that right now. But hey guys, if you're interested in our premium plays, they're $29.99 a month. It's a pretty good deal. Come on over to sgdwins.com, and that's how you get it. You get all of our premium plays, all sports, for $30 a month. That's simple. Come and get it. All right, Philly, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's break down this card real quick. All right, we got the Pistons taking on the Wizards. Looks like this line opened up Washington Wizards at home -1.5. Early money is on the Wizards spread. Now, I mean, the Pistons, they did pretty good over the weekend. You don't see them coming into Washington and taking care of the Wizards here.
Um, frankly, I could see that happening. I'm just not sure with the lineup right now. I mean, I'm showing Derrick Rose. He was out with back, issues the other day. They
Hmm.
said, or maybe it was a hamstring. I might have the injury wrong, but they sat him out for at least for precautionary reasons. And I'm showing him as questionable today. I mean, that makes a difference for me. Andre Drummond's been playing at a tremendous level. Just bringing it every single night.
He really has, hasn't
Yeah, and that was my problem with him earlier is that he would be, his motor was lacking. He would have it
he?
one
Right.
night, not. He was a lot more consistent. So initially, depending on how this lineup rolls out, I might actually lean Detroit. I think they are the better overall team. I
Hmm.
mean, it's really Bradley Beal and just a supporting cast around him over in Washington.
Yeah. Looking at some trends here, the Wizards are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. Where the Pistons, get this, and this is dating back to last year. Pistons are 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 games, playing on one day's worth of rest.
Wow.
This year alone, let's see here, the Pistons are 3-4 against the spread, and the Washington Wizards are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. So yeah, I mean, so Detroit, they beat the Nets the other day, and I mean, what I would imagine, I don't know, I can just see Detroit coming here and covering. I mean, but the Wizards have been pretty decent this year. Well, I mean, they're 1-4, but like I feel like they've played a lot of teams pretty tough. So, but
Yep.
overall, give me I think Detroit comes in here and takes care of business.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's my initial lean, guys. These are leans, not official plays. We're just going over the card And then we're going to jump in here to the Pelicans coming into Brooklyn. Let's see here. This line opened up at -3.5 to the Nets. So the Nets are laying 3.5. Over-unders 231.5. What do you think? You think the Pelicans can come in here and beat up on the Nets at all? I personally don't see it.
Well, I like Brooklyn, but they actually fell flat on their face the other day. Saturday, I guess it was. They had
that was versus the Pistons, wasn't it?
It was exactly. Yeah. They had a 15-point lead and completely collapsed.
Yeah.
I mean, which is
seems to be happening a lot in the NBA lately.
It has been. Teams are not holding leads. It's no doubt about it, man. With that being said, though, I don't think New Orleans is as bad as maybe the record indicates. They've had a couple tough losses. They lost to Toronto on opening night in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Holiday is back off injury. He makes a difference. He's an all-star point guard. Now it looks like I know Brandon Ingram didn't play the whole second half of the last game, but from what I'm seeing, he's not on the injury report, which would make a difference for me. But what do you show as the spread? I have it as
3.5.
3.5. I actually might lean Pelicans plus 3.5. I'm not completely sold on Brooklyn. I mean, I like them. It's just they're a little Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, I feel you. Man, personally, I like the Nets and LeVert and all those guys, but I agree with you. I mean, the Pelicans, they're no slouch, right? Even though their record isn't all that great. But if anything, I kind of see more. I kind of see a lot of scoring in this game, and that's more than likely why the spread is as big as it is. So. Right now the over-under is 232.5. I mean, I kind of want to lean over. I think that there's just going to be a lot of scoring taking place on both sides of the ball. What do you think about that? About the over-under?
Yeah, I could see that absolutely. I mean, it's not there's guys on this end on both sides that aren't into necessarily being defensive studs, including Kyrie, who seems to like to play pretty much on the offensive end only.
Sure.
So. I could absolutely see where you're coming from with that. And the over would be the play, at least for me, as leaning early on.
Right. Head-to-head, over is 22-5 in the last 27 times these two teams have met up. So I kind of like that trend to continue. All right, let's move on to the Bucks. Talk about teams that collapse. Bucks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, for the Timberwolves, they have Karl Anthony Towns. Now, is he still suspended?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought
last game. Yep. That's a problem.
Yeah. So who's going to match up with Giannis in this game? Right now, the Bucks are laying 6 on the road, which it's kind of a big number to be on the road. But who's stopping Giannis in this game?
I don't see how anybody's stopping him, frankly. I mean, Noah Vonleh, the center, is not going to stop him. Robert Covington's not going to stop him. Wiggins isn't going to stop. I don't know. Nobody really.
Yeah.
He's going to stop himself if anything. I mean,
and that's kind of what we've seen. We've seen Giannis. If anybody, the only person stopping Giannis is himself.
Agreed.
He's not having the greatest season to start, coming off an MVP season.
No, his numbers have been okay, but I think they're a little bit skewed. I don't know. He looks like the same exact player to me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's really changed as far as development is concerned. Obviously, he's still tough, but with that being said, though, I mean, to me, Milwaukee is just the overall better team. It is 6 points, but I don't see there. I think they cover that, frankly.
Yeah. Let's see here. The under is 8-1 their last 9 meetings when they've played in Minnesota, and the favorite, whoever the favorite is amongst these two guys or these two teams, they're 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 meetings. So, yeah, I'm going to lean Bucks myself. I just don't see how anybody stops Giannis down low.
Yep.
It's going to be a long day. 6 is the big spread, but here's the thing: it did open up at 7, and now it's at 6. So that is indicating that some people are putting some money on the Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm. True.
All right, my Houston Rockets taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. The Rockets have been the most confusing team I've seen in a long time. Between that matchup they had versus the Wizards and then last night, and It just I don't know what team we're getting here. I know they're having a hard time figuring it out themselves. -6.5 on the road versus the Memphis Grizzlies, which is considered actually a rivalry game. These two teams do not like each other. I just think, it's one of these things like you can't base the last couple of games off of what you think is going to happen here because there's just no way to know because the Rockets are just so, like you said, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yep.
They absolutely got crushed last night in Miami, so they're playing on a road back-to-back, which is significant. I think laying 6.5 is just too much. So give me the Grizzlies here.
You said everything. I agree, man. Even when Houston gets up, they blow leads.
Mm-hmm.
They did not even come close to even competing yesterday. Miami smoked them. That was a team that plays defense versus a team that doesn't play defense.
Yeah.
I leave Memphis, man, until Houston shows me they got it together. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, they got the potential over there,
Yep.
but they're not clicking somehow. All right, so Philadelphia 76ers are on the road laying 2 to the Phoenix Suns. This is a pretty interesting matchup. Now, no Joel Embiid, right?
Right. Correct. And this opened up at 1.5. I was looking at this game last night. I think more than anybody. I talked to you about the Suns a lot so far this year. I'm very intrigued by this team. Mm-hmm. The point guard they added in Rubio, he's really made a difference for them. Devin Booker's certainly an all-star caliber player, and I just like the supporting cast that they have. With that being said, though, the Sixers have really showed me something this year. They're not going to beat you necessarily with their offense. Not to say they can't score, but their defense and their grit, and they're showing me a lot. They're showing me why people have picked them to maybe be a championship team. And I don't care if it's on the road or not. I know the Sixers won't go undefeated this year, but I really think that they can win this game if you're talking about covering 1.5 to 2 points.
Right.
I just think it's their defense that's going to get it done. They'll be able to slow down the team that wants to run the ball a little bit, and I take the Sixers -2 in this.
Well, looking at the stats and some of the trends here, the over is 7-1 their last 8 meetings. The favorite, which is the Sixers in this spot, are 24-8 against the spread. And this year alone, the Suns, however, are 6-0. They've covered every single one of their games thus far.
Yep.
I agree with you, though. It's so hard to go against the Sixers when they come into a team like the Suns that has been just so abysmal. But the Suns got something cooking over here. And, so basically I'm pretty much saying, hey, I think the Suns are going to win this game, and I'm not ready to say that. So give me the Sixers, but I'm kind of on the fence here. Because I don't know how big of a difference Embiid's going to be to slowing down the Suns' offense. So,
right,
if he was out of the game, since he's out of the game. So initial lean, give me Sixers, but I'm on the fence because the Suns are starting to really, really impress me.
Agreed, and it might be a game to look at live. Frankly, this would be a game I'd be scared of last year, but the addition of Al Horford makes a huge difference for me.
Yeah,
and,
makes sense.
But yeah, keep an eye on it. It might be a great live line, but early on, I lean Sixers.
All right, final game on the slate here. Excuse me. Man, we got the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Golden State Warriors. Where, who's even on the Warriors at this point? You got Draymond hurt, Curry hurt, Klay Thompson hurt.
Yep.
Everybody's freaking hurt, man. So
D'Angelo Russell's a game time also.
Yeah, so it's getting to the point where Golden State's kind of turned into the Suns. Like they went from the penthouse to that house real fast.
Yep.
You got Portland on the road, laying 9.5 in Golden State. So geez.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen, right? So. I want to say laying 9.5 is too much, but is it though? There's nobody on that Golden State team to really compete.
Yeah, I was reading an article where somebody said, "Can you name like a worse starting 5 than what they have out right now?" And I don't know. Maybe the year the Sixers won 10 games, that lineup might be worse than this one. But you know what, man? Portland is pretty tough. They just had a really tough game with the Sixers, although Rodney Hood left that game early, and he's a big part of them. What they do defensively.
Right.
Whiteside's a game-time decision. There's a lot of guys that may not play, so I frankly don't know what the hell to make of this game. If you put something to my head and said, "Hey, man, you got to make a choice," then I'm going I'm probably taking Portland, minus the points, but I don't think it's a game I'd be on, and maybe I'd be looking like we talk about sometimes about looking at a game live and trying to get a better line.
Right
I don't,
now, since we have all
I don't
these
know.
superstars out, is it better to go over or under? Do you think?
I mean, well, you still have two big scorers in McCollum and Lillard. I mean, outside of them though, I don't know who's scoring. I mean,
Right.
that game's got me confused, dude. I got to really see who's in the lineup.
Yeah, and that's what's we got to stress that guys, we don't know the confirmed lineups yet. It's 7 o'clock in the morning over here in Central Time, so this is just an initial lean. So, but if I had to pick one right now, I'm going to take the Blazers laying 9.5.
Yeah, I hear you. I do. It's going to be a weird one.
All right, that'll do it for today's show. We're going to be back tomorrow, 24 hours from now. Guys, if you would like our premium selections on today's slate between NBA and NHL, come on out and go to sgdwins.com. There'll be a link in the description. It's $29.99. You'll get all our premium plays for one low price, $29.99 a month. Got anything you want to say?
Froze? Oh, I thought you froze on me. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, please, guys, if you have any questions, let us know. Feel free to give us a comment, or if there's any material you'd like us to discuss when we break down the slates here. We love to hear the feedback. So again, thank you for joining, and we will definitely be back again tomorrow for sure to see break down another card.
Yep, for sure. All right, Philly. Let's get out of here. So for my boy Philly over there, my name's Jared. You've been watching Sports Gambling Daily. This is Philly and Jared in the morning. You'll have Joe and Big Mont on tonight, or a couple hours from now. Not tonight, but 1 o'clock-ish or so. They'll be breaking down whatever they got going on. So hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great one, guys.